We're now flying.
Hold on, G-Sound, I know you want a piece of this. Let me talk to him real quick. You better wake your ass up. We been down too long. We about to take our kingdom back. Time to reclaim the throne. I need a brother that's down to ride, cause we about to go at their domes. Don't be scared, put that fear in check. We got to right these wrongs. Reconciliation, put on from my nation. Two sticks back together. Got these heathen hating. I see fear in all they faces. Look like y'all deflated. Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. I say reconciliation, put on from my nation. Two sticks back together. Got these heathen hating. I see fear in all they faces. Look like y'all deflated. Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Vindicated, big facts not insinuated. God's law, yeah, we demonstrated till Babylon get incinerated. Oh damn, 144 000 better know we ain't playing, but we're the controller. Slaying the legion of demons, believe it, you see in the army of God, the soldiers. Steamroll over doctrines, John 3:6, stop it. You know the world is us. Two sticks, that's us. Crack it in, that's us. No more room for a plus one touch us all. No walking the park till I'm walking dogs. Till it's raining bombs like it's raining frogs. We didn't pour out rap just to top it off. Yeah, flipping the scriptures, the wisdom of God. Riches I added up, pure and no additives. Hate the oppression, my people ain't mad enough. Man, I done had enough. Look how they channel us. I wanna channel the spirit of Christ. I see the vision, the kingdom in sight. Bright, the son of the father of lights. We the princes of the power. Come take a new shower. Daughter of Babylon dirty. Clearly they need some detergent. This ain't a 30 for 30. This is emergent. We gotta purge it. Factory be the reset. Only come for be the precept. Water rise and get your feet wet. Let's go.
You better wake your ass up. We been down too long. We about to take our kingdom back. Time to reclaim the throne. I need a brother that's down to ride, cause we about to go at their domes. Don't be scared, put that fear in check. We got to right these wrongs. Reconciliation, put on from my nation. Two sticks back together. Got these heathen hating. I see fear in all they faces. Look like y'all deflated. Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. I say reconciliation, put on from my nation. Two sticks back together. Got these heathen hating. I see fear in all they faces. Look like y'all deflated. Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
You are now flying.
Southwest.
Seasons changing, we go harder. Barely get sleep, I hit the streets, I got my guard up. I know we probably did some things that we not proud of. That's why the father had to leave us at the bottom. But I ain't tripping cause he got us. We on a mission, time ticking on that timer. Taking the kingdom ain't no secret, bro, we got us. Cause ain't no respect without power. Rise and shine, early grind, recognize I'm certified. 12 tribes worldwide, don't act like you ain't heard about it. I'm a young kind of fly, Babylon traumatized. Hit the block, prophesy, hit me when you down the ride, nigga. Tell me now how you figure. You rob me for everything and then break me down to a nickel. Red clay be the dirt and them shackles are iron bigger. System made to enslave an intelligent mind, nigga. Listen, I got crumbs I barely eat. I got a bed I never sleep. I got a son I never see. So if I'm playing this for keeps, then he can play me for weak. And I ain't playing when I speak. They call it hatred when I'm only saying everything I see. Oppression all I ever see and it's making me mad. So every day I'm out here teaching under rebel flags until Messiah come and save me. Babylon enslaved me. Bahamas, that's what made me. But Mississippi raised me. Seasons changing, we go harder. Barely get sleep, I hit the streets, I got my guard up. I know we probably did some things that we not proud of. That's why the father had to leave us at the bottom. But I ain't tripping cause he got us. We on a mission, time ticking on that timer. Taking the kingdom ain't no secret, bro, we got us. Cause ain't no respect without power.
Look, see me rising up, you better get back. Harmless as a dove, but you still gon' feel my impact. That young lion, Simba back, nourished off the Similac. Now everything you built is at stake. Don't forget that, so much you gotta pay for. Your destruction I pray for. I do not hit women, but I'm beating on this great whore. I'm no longer ignorant, I made it out that great war. Casting down doctrines now, need I say more? Yes, man, give me my respect now. Babylon falling in my knees on her neck now. She screaming, I can't breathe, I love that sound. Know what I'm saying? You looking at a God in the flesh now. Jeremiah 49, you about to drink up that cup. No, you trembling with fear because the army rising up. Christ told me hold fast up until the day he coming. I'ma give him all I have, hoping that it's good enough.
Seasons changing, we go harder. Barely get sleep, I hit the streets, I got my guard up. I know we probably did some things that we not proud of. That's why Yeah. Let's go to war. Let's go to war. Yeah. Go give me my sword. Leave me alone, I'm in the zone. Walk in the building like give me my throne. You want the smoke, then it comes to the dome. I take over Texas and make it my home. Skirt, boom, fly through the room. Fly in a ship that look just like cartoon. You want the smoke, we got armies on moons. The Lord get an order, we move to the tune. 12 never lacking from Texas to Jackson. We been about action, the South be a faction. We got the numbers to make you a fraction. My Bible is precept, now that's really matching. Go to the place where they put us on ships. Throw with the power, I summon a whip. Don't do no talking, I gave all the options. Now give me my Bible and let's get it poppin'. Shout out to Dallas that beat a platoon. Look to the east and then back for the boom. We been up fighting from 12 until noon. I'll burn a big house and then find all the coons. Let's go to war, let's go to war, let's go to war, let's go to war, let's go to war. Bring me my sword, let's go to war, let's go to war, let's go to war, let's go to war, let's go to war. Bring me my sword, let's go to war, let's go to war, let's go to
Give me a soldier, an officer, teacher, a reader, a flyer, a mic and a speaker. I gotta beseech him. I cut him, then pass it to deacon. The captain gon' feed him, and bishop gon' lead him. He bleeding, fatigued, anemic. Your pastor been dancing with demons. He fought like the season is treason. When brothers believing, they turning to leeches. Them times been screeching. Pull up and go. Wartime. No zodiac, look at them 4 signs. It's Caesar and Jesus, a kingdom you need to be seeking and looking for your tribe. I got Judah and Ephraim in here. Bible got secrets to hear. Bringing it closer, it's near. Shifting it, changing the gear. Breaking and changing no feel. Making it plain and it's clear. Upright. Just around getting the foresight. Seeing the vision right from the beginning. But these niggas playing like Fortnite. We gotta repent for real. I want to stamp the seal. Bearing the sword, the shield. If it's a war, it's a kill. As it is written, you been through the deal.
Let's go to war. 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 Bring me my sword. Let's go to war. 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 Bring me my sword. Let's go to war. Let's go to war. Let's go to
Let's go to war. Enemies scoffing and scheming. That scripture that we said before. Pull up and hop out with Bibles and precepts and cut up the demons like give them some more. Christ coming back with a legion, redeeming the people, the nation, deceiving a war. And get them power to break all the heathen with a rod of iron, make them bleed and destroy. Get your faith fixed. Christians still stuck in the matrix. Your pastor for profit, a teacher for hire. Yeah, he a magician that play tricks. And we put in work, yeah, great bricks. And the South, the best man, Tay Diggs. And we from the bottom, yeah, straight out the mud. And we ready for rest like day 6. Now gather the troops. Purple shirts with the shine on their boots. Terrestrial till he give us a boost. Never hide, man, cause we on the news. The demons trying, but they know what to do. Romans 9, when I pull up on you. Verse 13, yeah, hey, eat them. And go make them bleed by the hands of the dirty South Kings. 12.
Let's go to war. Let's go to war. Let's go to war. Let's go to war. Bring me my sword. Let's go to war. 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 Bring me my sword. Let's go to war. Let's go to war. Let's go to war.
Welcome to the Natives Hour, home of the 10 tribes. To my left,
Officer has to die.
to my right,
Officer Jair.
to his right.
Officer Jonah.
Hey, y'all, we're going to get it in today.
Who are you?
Hey, I'm Officer Dunn, by the way. I'm Officer Dunn. Dang. Hey, I appreciate that, bro.
Hey, you passed the ball. You was like, hey, get it.
Hey, I didn't even
All right.
say who I was. Hey, let's get it right. Let's play that thumbnail, though. Let's get that thumbnail. So this what we're going to go over tonight is we're going to be going over ICE.
Right.
ICE. See that thumbnail? The perpetrators of the people. Hey, we're going to bring it out tonight, y'all. We're going to let the world know what's going on in these ICE detention centers. Come on! Hey, let's get who the people are, though. The world needs to know who the people are. The people are you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's
you are God's
right.
chosen people.
Right.
Let's read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Let's go!
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Who did he speak these words to?
All Israel.
All Israel. Let's get 7 and 6. Let's get 7 and 6 because that's who we're speaking to. You are God's chosen people. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
To be what?
A special people.
A special people. Read.
Unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So that's who the people are. We are God's chosen people. You Israelites. Right. Let's get another scripture. Let's get 2nd Ezra chapter 5 and verse 23.
Bring it out.
Let's get that. Yeah, we're going to break it down. Let's see who the people are. Bring that out. Read.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 5 and verse 23.
Let's go.
And said, O Lord, that bearest rule of every wood of the earth, and of all the trees thereof, thou hast chosen the one only vine.
So of all the trees, God, he chose the vine. Read on.
And of all lands of the whole world, thou hast chosen the one pit.
So of all the lands, he chose the pit. Read.
And of all the flowers thereof, one lily.
He chose the lily of all the flowers. Read.
And of all the depths of the sea, thou hast filled thee one river.
He chose the river of all the depths of the sea. Read on.
And of all builded cities, thou hast allowed Zion unto thyself.
And he chose Zion of all the cities. Read on.
And of all the fowls that are created, thou hast named thee one dove.
So he chose the dove of all the fowls. Read.
And of all the cattle that are made, thou hast provided thee one sheep.
And he chose the sheep.
And among all the multitudes of people.
And of all the multitude of people. Read.
Thou hast gotten thee one people.
One people. Read.
And unto this people, whom thou lovest, thou gavest a law that is approved of all.
And he gave a law to this people. Get the book of Psalms, chapter 147 and verse 19. Come on. He gave a law to this people. Now, who are these people? Read that. Bring it out.
The book of Psalms, chapter 147 and verse 19.
Let's go.
He showeth his word unto Jacob.
To who?
Jacob.
Read on.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
So we know Jacob's name was changed unto Israel. He showed his what?
And he showeth his word unto Jacob.
Read.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Read on.
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
He has not dealt so with any other nation. All right, we're talking about God's chosen people. Read on.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
They have not known the judgments of God. The judgments that his people are going through today. Let's get the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 3. We're going to take it to the New Testament now. Romans 9 and 3, read. Let's go.
The book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ. For my brethren.
For who?
My brethren.
Read.
My kinsmen. According to the flesh.
According to the flesh.
That's right.
According to the flesh. Paul said he wished that he was accursed, that he could take on the sorrows, right? And the curses of our people according to the flesh rather than see his people go through it. Read on.
Who are Israelites?
Who are what?
Who are Israelites?
Read on.
To whom pertaineth the adoption?
Who pertains the adoption, right? You blacks, Hispanics, and Native American pertain the adoption. You are the ones that need to be woken up and adopted back into Christ.
That's
right. Read on.
And the glory.
Right. And the glory.
And the covenants.
And the covenants. The laws of God. Read on.
And the giving of the law.
The giving of the law was only given to his chosen people. Read on.
And the service of God.
And the service of God. Read on.
And the promises.
And the promises.
Whose are
Go ahead.
Whose are the fathers And of whom, as concerning the flesh.
As concerning the what?
The flesh.
No, spiritual Israelite.
The flesh.
The flesh, read.
Christ came.
Christ came.
That's right.
All right? These are God's chosen people, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right? ICE, perpetrators of the people. We're going to go through all the atrocities and the alleged sexual assaults that are going on in all these ICE detention centers. Let's get that first video.
Hey, officer, did you have
Yeah.
the definition in your lineup of perpetrators? You mind if I read it?
Go ahead. Let's get the definition of
Hold up.
perpetrators.
Pull it up. Pull
Yeah,
up the
yeah, yeah.
definition. Pull that up on the screen. We got
let's get that.
fancy
Yeah.
technology, Jonah.
Just Google. Yeah.
Because a lot of people, they don't know what perpetrators mean. Yeah, you're right about that. You got to bring that out.
Perpetrator.
Yeah, that is not
pull that up.
that's not an Aurora word.
Right.
It's not a Negro word.
Perpetrator.
Perpetrators. Perpetrators.
Although that is a derivative, we want perpetrator. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. IUIC Denver. Make sure you donate to the Booster Club. Y'all saw it yesterday after Sabbath. We going to Indonesia.
That's right.
For real.
All around the world to wake up the lost sheep of Israel.
That's right. So you got it, officer?
No, you got it. Go ahead.
So perpetrator, right? A person who carries out a harmful, illegal, or immoral act. And we talking about ICE, right? Immigration and Customs Enforcement. The same entity that is supposed to be enforcing moral codes,
Justice.
right, justice and lawful orders. That's the same entity that are the perpetrators of God's people right now.
That's right.
I just wanted to bring that definition out. Go ahead.
And you know, it's crazy when you think about it. ICE is just the police. That's the feds. That's what the police have been doing to black and Hispanic people for centuries, is perpetrating crimes against us.
Right.
Slavery.
Right. It's been since the beginning. Right. So let's get that video. Let's get the first video. We're going to go into it. Pull up the first video. Where we at?
Immensely Invisible. A new investigation by the Pulitzer Prize-winning organization Futuro Investigates and Latino USA shines a light on allegations of sexual abuse and assaults filed by migrants in U.S. immigration detention facilities. NewsHour producer Zeba Varsi teamed up with Futuro Investigates and has been reporting on this story since 2021. We spoke earlier this week. Zeba, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you, Jeff. Thank you for having me.
So tell us about this investigation into allegations of sexual abuse filed by migrants in immigration detention facilities. What did you find?
What struck me the most was the spirit of 3 women of color, immigrants who are held in detention centers, and how they came forward to speak about the abuse that they faced. They spoke about sexual voyeurism, open showers. They also talked about
you see
how
that? Sexual
they were
voyeurism.
assaulted.
Sexual voyeurism. So that means that they've seen sexual assaults taking place. They've witnessed rapes going on in those facilities. That's what sexual voyeurism means.
Yeah, voyeurism is when it's like it's some weirdo stuff where you like to watch people.
Right.
And so basically they going into, because it's a lead up to it. It's like with a predator. Before a predator goes and eats the prey, it stalks it. So you got those the ICE workers are stalking our sisters in these facilities.
Right.
All right.
And it mentioned they had open showers, so that's where they doing it at.
Right.
They probably watching these sisters shower for days, weeks on end until they make their move.
Right.
That's evil, because that's like basically these ICE detention centers, they're prison camps.
Right.
They treated them like criminals, even though they just try to come to a land that was already theirs to just live a better life after the colonizer came and destroyed the country they was living in.
What the hell is this?
Go ahead.
Right. Let's go back a little bit and play.
And how they came forward to speak about the abuse that they faced. They spoke about sexual voyeurism, open showers. They also talked about how they were assaulted by a medical professional while they were held in one of these facilities. Here's an excerpt of what they've told me.
The county, you never had to worry about voyeurism or none of that. You never had to worry about sharing no shower and like none of that. And then I came to Glades and I was like, what? We used to see the shadowing of like their head. Like you could see it was a male.
And how often did this happen?
Like every day. They never fixed the issue.
He tells me to lower my pants, and he placed the stethoscope there. He was saying like good, and he was doing like strange gestures like dirty. He was smiling and looking at me. I was quiet the whole time. For a moment I was staring off into space and thinking, my God, what is happening?
When I was looking at myself in the mirror and battling with myself, I was thinking, I don't deserve to wear these clothes, and I don't deserve to wear this makeup, because I don't matter, and I felt immensely invisible.
Hey, so you see what they've caused amongst our sisters? All that trauma, now that they've left those detention centers, right? She can't dress up, she can't put on makeup, without looking at herself as nothing, right? You know, after being touched, raped, and, you know, assaulted.
And it's crazy because we going into the sisters. It just made me think, like, you got little kids in there.
Right.
Little kids can't speak for themselves.
Right.
So, like, what we know ain't even as evil as it really goes.
Right. There are allegations of assaults against children as well. So.
Right. And with that being said, because the ICE police officers is doing it, right? And now it's when they go get that checkup, they go to medical, then the medical doing the same thing. So it's like they screwed either way they go through. You know what I'm saying? Like even after the judgment they get from those agents, those ICE people, now when you're trying to get the help, the healing, they doing the same thing. So of course the trauma that they're gonna have, like you said, the children, like that's.
It reminds me of like, this is how you know we all going through the same thing no matter where we at. It reminds me of like when aid agencies like UNICEF or the Red Cross, they go to Haiti and they go to Africa. They're supposed to be helping the kids, giving them like medical assistance and stuff, but instead they molesting and assaulting them. That's how you know we the same people, because we the only ones going through this.
Right.
You go to scripture?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go to Lamentations 4. Start at verse 1 real quick. Going into just the fact that, like, how far, like you said, officer, we're the chosen people. We're special. But we have fallen very far when we departed away from God. You got me?
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 1.
Come on!
How has the gold become dim?
We're the gold. The gold is the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We're God's jewels. Go ahead.
That's right.
How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street.
Now we're poured out like trash. That's how ICE, that's how America is treating Northern Kingdom. That's how they treating us. They treating us like we nothing, to the point now we see ourselves as nothing. We see ourselves as trash, especially after you go through something traumatic like that, and you ain't got no, you supposed to be looking at the medical professional as somebody who can help you. And then now we ain't got nobody to counsel us or
confide in.
Say that again?
Nobody to confide in, trust.
Exactly. Nobody to help us through that trauma.
Right, and because they preying on us.
Exactly. Exactly. Go to verse 17.
Lamentations 4 and verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
We supposed to look at the medical professional as like, I know this is a messed up situation, but maybe this person who's a doctor should be helping me. But it's vain because they as evil as the people that done rough me up and throw the chains on me.
To this day.
Go ahead.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
And it goes to show that no matter what level or what area of Esau's government is perpetrating these crimes against us, they all gonna be evil. Even because medical is supposed to be something that's helpful, and they still doing these evil things. Go ahead.
Right.
Yes, sir.
They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets.
So at first they hunt us when they do those ICE raids and stuff. Now they got us in the detention centers, the prison camps, and they hunting our steps in there as well. Go ahead.
Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come.
Verse 19.
Our persecutors.
They persecuting and perpetrating against us these evil acts.
Right.
That's all. Go.
Right, because if you notice in the video, they mention cross cross-gender viewing. That means like you may have a female detainee, but you'll have a male guard or a male doctor, right, examining them. So they examine them in their most sensitive parts of their body.
Yeah.
So they're taking advantage of them.
That reminds me of slavery.
Yeah.
When you put you on the auction block and they
Right.
look at all your stuff.
Right. Hey, let's continue the video.
These in particular emerged as the problems in your investigation.
The last two women you just heard were held at Stewart County Detention Center in Georgia. These women have alleged that one male nurse, the same male nurse who was supposed to look after them in the medical clinic inside the facility, assaulted them. And these are not the only ones who've made this allegation. There were at least 3 other women who made similar allegations against the same male nurse. They complained to ICE about it. They complained to Core Civic, which is the private prison company that runs this particular detention facility. It's been a year this month since they filed their public complaint, and they haven't heard anything back yet. The other woman that we heard from was detained at Glades County Detention Facility in Florida, and she experienced sexual voyeurism. She experienced cross-gender viewing. She also experienced harassment by the psychiatrist at that facility, another medical professional. These women in different facilities don't really know each other, but what they've told us is strikingly similar. And beyond these women, at least a dozen immigrants that I've interviewed across the country who have also talked about similar patterns of assault and abuse, complaints of intrusive pat-down searches, complaints of invasive touching of genitals. It also does emerge that this is not a problem which is isolated to one facility or one state.
You teamed up with veteran journalist Maria Hinojosa for this
Pause it real quick. She said it's not a problem that's isolated to one facility, meaning this is their system. That's a part of their system, is to assault those sisters.
Right.
And the crazy thing is, she didn't say women. She didn't say girls. She said immigrants.
Right.
The American media has done such a great job of denigrating and vilifying our people that we say what? Dehumanizing. Now the regular average viewing person don't see these people as people. They see them as illegals, aliens, and immigrants.
Right. Sex objects.
Right.
And they said this facility in particular, they said this is in Georgia. And your boy Pam don't say nothing about this. They don't say nothing about this. He talking about us.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? But they don't talk about the issues that's actually happening in our communities and provide solutions. They don't do that. The Christian church is just as bad as these ICE agent
Right.
people.
None of the church leaders.
Yeah, where the Catholic Church at?
Right.
Hey, you know why the Catholic Church can't say anything about it?
They doing the same thing.
Damn thing.
They doing
Drop
the
the
same
bomb!
thing.
Come on, brother!
Right.
Hey, and I just gotta say,
same thing going on in the, yeah. Go ahead.
I gotta say, man, this is why we don't have time to worry about no other nation of people.
That's
because
right.
these type of atrocities is happening to blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people. That's why I say the thing of the name of the show is immensely, or maybe not the show, but this segment, immensely invisible. How is America allowed to do these atrocities across the country and nobody speaks about it? I was talking to an officer.
Bring it out.
They don't never show inside these detention centers. Right. They've never shown on 9 News inside of an ICE detention center. We don't even know what they look like. Why they never showed us? Because they hiding something. Because they committing criminal acts with our people, and nobody is standing up against it. Nobody. So that's why we don't have time to worry about nobody else. Officer, all the people that want to ask about the white man. And well, what about the Chinese people? What about the Arabs? We don't have time. Our people are the ones going through this, and nobody cares.
And it's crazy because nobody ever asked about the Chinese, by the way. It's always about the white man.
Right.
But why I'm worried about the white man when I'm currently in the middle of a genocide. The genocide never stopped. They just haven't been able to complete it thanks to the Lord.
Right.
But they actively still working on this genocide.
Right. Yep. Right. Hey, we're gonna get into it. Let's keep playing the video.
Y'all all right?
Investigation, and she talks about how she's been doing this reporting, looking into this problem for more than a decade.
ICE has found new ways to deal with the challenges of people in detention complaining about sexual abuse. what we were able to uncover is that one of the ways in which they're dealing with this is by transferring people, transferring migrants and refugees from one detention facility to another as a way of addressing or not addressing complaints of sexual abuse and assault in immigrant detention facilities.
So your investigation found
So you
that
see
ICE
that?
transferred.
So every time an allegation occur, they'll just transfer the detainee to another detention center, or they'll deport them.
Damn.
That's crazy.
The hell is this?
I thought that was the point. The point was to deport them. Why sit them
Right.
in the cage and rape them for less? For
Why
lack
are
of a
you
better
messing
word?
with their genitals? Why are you going
Just-
into their
just send them
private
home.
parts?
I thought you was trying to just get them out the country. Just send them home.
Hey, this crazy.
It's like they don't want to face what they did. It's like the heat get too hot when they abusing somebody over and over and over. And I feel like it's like these people don't even want to confront that guilty conscience, so they like just send her to another
Hey, they don't
facility.
feel guilty. They think that there is no impunity, right? There's no punishment for what they're doing. They say, okay, we'll just send them here. We'll just send them there. It's a network system.
That again, that's how you know we the same people, because that's the same thing that happened in slavery.
Right.
Right.
Like when you watch 12 Years a Slave, when the slave master was doing that to Lupita Nyong'o's character over and over again, he didn't feel bad. They didn't feel bad.
Right. They don't feel bad.
Property.
Right. Right. If they felt bad, there will be some type of conviction. As we continue to go through this, you will see out of the thousands of allegations, I hadn't seen one conviction. Hey, so let's play on.
Y'all all right?
As detainees who make these complaints, how does that play out?
Jeff, if you may remember, in 2021, there were headlines that came out of Irvine County Detention Center in Georgia. That is the place where non-consensual reproductive surgeries were conducted. That facility had to be shut down after nationwide outrage, congressional hearings. But what happened to the women who were detained there? They were not released. Most of them were transferred from Irvine to Stewart County Detention Center. Now, that is the facility in Georgia where Viviana and Mari, the two women, we've changed their names, those two women.
Wait, hold on a
faced
second. I just thought about this.
You know,
If a sister gets sexually assaulted in Georgia, and then instead of anything happening to the person that did it, they just take that same sister and move her to another detention center, wouldn't that technically be sex trafficking?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
And the same thing happened to her in
Yeah,
this
she gonna
detention
get-
center that happened to her in the previous detention center.
That would be the same thing they tried to lock up Diddy for, right?
Right.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why you'll see that these cases overlap each other. Because you may find out an allegation from this sister and then find an allegation from this other sister who's been transferred to another detention center.
That's racketeering.
Yeah.
That's a RICO.
hey, officer, can we go back a little bit? Because he touched on non-consensual surgeries. Go back
let's go.
20 seconds or something. And play.
Facility had to be shut down after nationwide outrage, congressional hearings.
A little bit
What happened to the
further
women
back,
who were detained
like 10
there?
more seconds. Yeah.
Jeff, if you may remember, in 2021, there were headlines that came out of Irvine County Detention Center in Georgia. That is the place where non-consensual reproductive surgeries were conducted. That facility
There you
had
go
to
right
be
there.
shut
Hey,
down.
can we get that script, officer? You mind? Get that in Exodus.
go
man.
ahead.
Exodus 1. Come on! Because, hey,
Right.
they did the same people doing the same atrocities to God's people. Same thing they did in Egypt, they doing to our sisters today. Read Exodus 1 and get verse 12 first.
The book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
But the more they afflicted them,
So even today, the more Northern Kingdom is afflicted, the more they stereotype, the more that they targeted by ICE. Go ahead.
but the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew.
The more they having babies. You see our Asher brothers and sisters walking down the street with 4, 5, 6 kids.
That's
the more we reproducing, right? We repopulating our communities. Go ahead.
And they were grieved because of the children of Israel.
The other nations can't stand that thing. The white people can't stand the fact that we have hella kids, and they a lot of times they can't even have one. They can't even have 2 at times. This grieves them. All right, the fact that we are at the bottom of society and we are still having kids, right? Jump to verse 16.
Verse 16. And he said, when you do the office of a midwife.
So this is the king of Egypt speaking. The king of Egypt in this context is ICE. Is the American government. Go ahead.
Come on.
And he said, when you do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live.
So at this time, they commanded the midwives to kill the babies. Now what they do is, because sisters speak Spanish, they speak English, sisters don't know what they saying, and they performing damn surgeries to tie their tubes, to what you call it, sterilize them.
Right.
They doing the hysterectomy. They doing the same thing today, man. It's crazy.
Right. You right.
Hey, check. Hey, even worse, because you got to put yourself in the shoes, right? These sisters, that they mothers, right? They wives. So think about that father or that husband at home, because they split the families apart. So you at home, your wife is in a detention center across the whole country getting raped. Your daughter's getting touched, right? From the police officers all the way down to the medical.
Getting sterilized.
Getting sterilized. Like, we got to put ourselves in those shoes. You know what I mean? Like, these people are evil.
Right.
That's why, and was it Wisdom Psalm 18:7? There's no salvation with them still being around. Right. There's no peace on earth with someone that's that evil that can do some stuff like this and legalize it. This is government. This is federal stuff. You know what I mean? So from the top to the bottom, it's all wicked against our people. That's why they got to go.
And to use the term, the audacity to use the term consensual in a detention center don't make sense.
Y'all all right?
That's heavy.
Consensual or non-consensual don't make sense.
I can't consent anyway. I'm your prisoner.
I'm detained. I'm a prisoner.
Right. I got no rights. According to you, I'm not even a
no
citizen.
rights. Hey, let's play on.
After nationwide outrage, congressional hearings. But what happened to the women who were detained there? They were not released. Most of them were transferred from Irvin to Stewart County Detention Center. Now, that is the facility in Georgia where Viviana and Mari, the 2 women, we've changed their names, those 2 women faced alleged assault by that nurse. Similarly, in the Florida case that we highlight, we had a woman called Marlissa who was detained at Glades County Detention Center. She filed complaints, other women filed complaints. There were many other complaints of abuse, apart from sexual abuse, that were also raised. ICE had to shut down that facility. Women were transferred from Glades to Baker County Detention Center. And at Baker, which is the second facility, Marlissa faced similar, if not worse. Whenever immigrants end up complaining, immigration rights activists say that this has become a consecutive pattern that ICE has adopted of transferring folks from one center to another.
Well, on that point, Zeba, what's the path forward for these women?
Jeff, these women are hoping to hear back on their complaints. We followed up with the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, which is the law enforcement agency that took up the case and had promised to conduct a thorough investigation. They said that they've concluded it, the DA's office has it, the DA's office has not released the conclusion yet. We have 300 complaints of sexual assault and abuse that have been filed by immigrants across different centers. 60% of these complaints have no update on whether an investigation was conducted. So the problem that we are highlighting is not only that abuse of immigrants in detention centers is taking place, the fact that it may be happening with impunity, the fact that there is a possible lack of accountability, the fact that most of these cases are not being thoroughly investigated. And that's what we hope to change, and that's what we hope would be the outcome of our story.
See?
Zeba Warsi, thank you so much.
See, they don't fear any consequences. They don't fear judgment. Like as the number of assault cases go up, they either shut down the facility, right? Nobody is held accountable, right? Or transfer the detainees to another facility, but the allegations continue to mount, So it's been thousands of cases, and the staff they don't feel any sense of what is it called, impunity. They don't feel any sense of judgment going to happen to them.
Yeah,
and it hasn't happened.
The perpetrators are never brought to justice.
Right.
To this day.
To this day.
You might
go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28:30. To your point, Officer Jair. This is how we know. And matter of fact, even as y'all was talking, this reminds me of the same thing that's happening in North Africa.
Come on!
The same thing that the Arabs are doing, going back to Bishop's class yesterday. The same way Northern Kingdom being treated in these detention centers is the same way Ishmael is treating our brothers and sisters as they take them for slaves in North Africa. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 30.
Let's go!
Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
So that goes to your point. That's somebody's wife. Because they taking mothers and fathers, husbands and wives, and they separating them, and then they take your wife and they sexually assault her. That's what we reading in the scripture. The same way it happened in the 16, 17, 1800s, it's still happening to this day. We can't get tunnel vision. Go ahead, officer.
Right. Man, you on point about that. Hey, we are given into the hands of another people, right? And they are just doing whatever they want to us.
Right.
Right? With no accountability, no judgment, no nothing.
To this day.
Hey, let's get the article. Let's put up the article of assault allegations. Let's pull up that.
Just reading the AI?
Yep. And shit, show more. All right, let's read that.
Sexual assault and other forms of abuse are serious concerns within U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement detention facilities. There's a documented history of allegations of sexual abuse against detainees in these facilities dating back to at least 2007.
Now remember that, dating back to at least 2007. All right, so we're going to go over some stuff. Let's keep reading.
Numerous reports from government agencies and advocacy groups highlight the frequency of these allegations and unfortunately, the lack of thorough investigation in many cases. Here's a summary of key points. Frequency of allegations. Between 2013 and 2017, over 1,310 allegations of sexual abuse were reported to ICE and HHS. A recent investigation found 308 complaints of sexual assault and abuse in ICE facilities between 2015 and 2021. A 2018 investigation revealed 1,448 sexual abuse allegations filed with ICE between 2012 and March 2018.
Now, these are all the ones that were filed. Remember, there are thousands of more, but keep reading.
In 2017 alone, there were 237 allegations of sexual abuse in immigration detention facilities. Between 2010 and 2017, migrant women filed over 1,224 complaints of sexual assault by ICE officials.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Alleged perpetrators include facility staff, detention officers, contractual guards, and ICE employees. Other detainees and non-detainee inmates. More than half of all abuse allegations between 2015 and 2021 were directed against staff.
Are directed against staff, but no convictions. Read on.
According to data obtained by Futuro Investigates. Concerns about investigations. A significant number of cases are not investigated.
So thousands of cases haven't even been investigated. Right? We're only going over the ones that have what they have deemed fit to investigate. So they're doing a lot of covering up here. Hey, read on.
Between January 2010 and July 2016, the Office of the Inspector General received over 33,000 complaints.
How many?
33,000 complaints of sexual assault or physical abuse against component agencies and DHS but investigated less than 1% of these cases.
You see that? These ICE detention centers are sex dungeons.
Damn.
Sex dungeons.
Damn.
I mean, really.
Did it say less than 1%?
Less than
are even
1% are even looked at.
Damn.
Hey, officer, can I get a script real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Get it, Zechariah 11:4. 11:5.
Bring it out. Damn.
Yeah.
Hey,
Crazy.
all this need to be brought to the light. Nobody's talking about this.
Right. You said a sex dungeon officer?
Yes.
Read that.
Zechariah chapter 11 and verse 4.
Uh-huh.
Come on.
Thus saith the Lord my God.
Zechariah 11 and verse 5.
Verse 5.
Uh-huh.
Whose possessors slay them.
It says, whose possessors slay them. When you read the book of the law,
Bring it out.
rape is murder.
Yep.
They murdering these sisters. It says, whose possessors slay them. These ICE agents raping our sisters. Go ahead.
And hold themselves not guilty.
This is exactly what they're doing no matter if it's 300 cases, 3 million cases. They hold themselves not guilty. These people are evil. They're going to keep doing it until we repent or get ourselves right, and we're going to get our true Savior to come back and stop all this, which is the black Messiah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, keep reading. And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
Right. Pastor Pam don't pity him.
Right.
Right. Even the Hispanics, so-called Hispanics that work as the chief officers, right? As the
correction
the
guards,
correction guard,
the people who are putting the legislation together, because they got Hispanic politicians.
Right. They don't even pity them.
And watch this. Even in the churches,
right?
Because so-called Hispanics, one of the most religious people on earth, right?
Yeah.
How come ain't nobody saying not a near thing?
Hit the bomb.
Where's John 3:16? Where's the world?
Right.
Where's neither Jew nor Greek, bond nor free?
Right.
Hey, because they done taught us in church, do not speak about racially divisive issues. If you ask any question about, hey, Pastor, why is this happening to Hispanic people?
So don't speak against your own atrocities.
You can't.
Like you're not a part of your own people. Like you separate from your people.
Right. Pastor Pama say, you're causing a division.
You're being a martyr.
That's not division?
It's only 1% reported, Pastor Pam.
Less
I'm trying to
than 1%.
Less than 1%.
33,000.
Come about these churches, man.
Hey, and you know what's crazy? The verse says they that sell them, meaning our people are getting sold. These detention centers ain't just up for no reason.
Come on.
That's what sex trafficking is. They making money off of them being moved. The same way that when black girls and indigenous girls go missing, who you think took them?
Right.
It's the same thing in this situation.
Hey, you gotta look at it. This is the largest sex trafficking ring in the world.
The greatest, largest sex trafficking operation on earth.
Right in front of your face, too.
And they
Right
do it
in our
legally.
face.
Damn.
And then they call you the criminal.
And to go with what you were saying, officer, there's more evidence that it's a sex trafficking industry because they give sisters answers like, we're waiting to hear back on your case.
And everybody's involved, including the government and all, from the president down.
Right.
Oh, Donald Trump, the biggest pimp.
Right.
He the head pimp.
And he said it on live TV, and they still said, yep, he should be our president.
Oh, yeah, but grab them by their genital
Donald
areas.
Trump.
Yep.
The hell is this?
And they literally doing that.
Yo. Drop the ball.
Hell yeah. Oh, damn. The medical personnel is carrying out what Trump said in his campaign.
That's his decree. His decree is to assault women.
Right.
Yep.
And y'all voted for him.
Right.
You voted for Donald
Right.
Trump.
Northern Kingdom. Wake up, man.
For Donald Trump.
I will vote
Hey.
Hey.
for Donald Trump.
Hey.
Crazy, man.
Hey, let's
Y'all all right?
Let's get the next video. Let's get the next video.
Hey, that's really some terrible stuff. That's like the scripture that says, "As is the king, so are his officers."
Right.
Yep.
The king of
Yes,
America
bro.
says,
Come on!
"Hey,
Yeah.
yo, we assalting them out here. How you feel
Yeah.
about it?"
That's why they don't have no fear. That's why they putting a damn stethoscope in these women and laughing and smiling and, you know what I'm saying, doing dirty gestures where they don't have no fear. They know they covered.
No fear of judgment.
It goes back to make America great again. Because when America was great, they could just rape and assault us and get away with it, laugh it off, go have a drink with their buddies.
Right, and commit all kind of heinous acts like, you know, especially the acts on our sisters where they perform all type of surgeries with them without medication. I mean, you can pull up numerous things that they've done to us. But look, it's just repeating itself.
The whole medical industry was built on them doing, go ahead.
Gynecology, right?
We was the guinea pigs. All the stuff, all the medical knowledge they have or different surgeries and stuff like that, they was testing it on us. Exactly, medical apartheid.
Right.
That was on us. And they still doing it.
Right.
Y'all got the video?
Let's get the video.
Approximately 2,500 children separated at the border from their families are supposed to be reunited by July 26th. While the country pays attention to that story, there's another detention story which has gotten less coverage. That is, allegations of abuse inside detention centers. Data from the Department of Homeland Security's Office of the Inspector General show that thousands of migrants have claimed they were sexually abused while in ICE custody. Emily Cassie, an investigative journalist and filmmaker with the Marshall Project, joins me now to discuss her latest documentary for the New York Times. First, let's take a look at a clip.
It was a friendly relationship at that time, or, you know, that's how it was. And then...
Now, this is one of the offenders. Look how calm he is. Actually, he agreed to do a interview.
Hey, that's some bold stuff right there. Yeah, no voice changer, nothing.
Not guilty. They hold themselves not guilty. Don't
comfortable
care.
They are. Look at this.
I've done no wrong.
Look at the pride of their heart.
Amazing.
Hey, and look what you have to say. Let's play on.
It just kind of snowballed from there.
Él entró al baño y...
Hey, rewind it again. I want to hear what he had to say again. A little bit. Yeah.
Investigative journalist and filmmaker with the Marshall Project joins me now to discuss her latest documentary for the New York Times. First, let's take a look at a clip.
It was a friendly relationship at that time, or, you know,
a friendly relationship with a detainee.
How I'm friends with you, and you choose whether I can use the bathroom or not.
Right. Hey, play on.
It just kind of snowballed from there.
Él entró al baño y me quitó mi ropa.
They say he came in my... Hey, rewind that a little bit. I want to hear her side. All right, let's translate that.
I got you. I'm the translator.
Hey, the fact that we even have to translate, meaning how could y'all have a friendly relationship? She don't even know what the hell you talking about. What type of relationship? She don't understand what you're saying. Talking about we friends, then it snowballed. Yeah, just like the treaties.
Or when they came here, man. Come on.
It just kind of snowballed from there.
Él entró al baño
he came into the bathroom.
Y me quitó
and he took off my clothes.
Y se quitó su ropa. Y yo no pude decirle
I couldn't say no. I couldn't say anything. I just simply did what he wanted.
That is a
Yo, what
clear
the?
gap.
Hey, wait. So they're corroborating the story that he raped her, and this guy's just kind of like all in her face, like, what you gonna do about it? N-word.
Exactly. Now let's listen to what they have to say. You know, the host and his guest.
Come on.
Check this out. Play.
Their perception of how or what this relationship was. How widespread is this problem?
Right, they saying relationship.
Sexual abuse in immigration.
Not rape. Relationship.
Not crime.
Right.
Relationship.
That's the relationship black people have with America. They've been raping us since Christopher Columbus and them came over here, and we see it.
Right, and look at the narrative. Play on.
So, sexual abuse in immigration detention has been happening for decades. These cases have come up through watchdog organizations. We wanted to take a deeper look and really understand the extent to which this was happening. And so we were looking at two sets of data. One was from the Office of the Inspector General, which you mentioned, and then the other was from ICE itself that was looking at 1,310 allegations of sexual abuse occurring between 2013 and 2017. So we were looking at those two sets of data, but understanding that there were a number of issues with those sets of data. The first, of course, is that this issue is largely underreported. We're talking about a population who are often fleeing violence and persecution, who are often asylum seekers, who don't speak the language, as in the case of ED and the guard Daniel Sharkey. He didn't speak Spanish, she didn't speak English. Many of these people don't have access to lawyers because they're not entitled to one. So who they're going
a population of hundreds of thousands, right, which is defenseless, right? Check it out, play on.
Report these things to is very difficult if you don't have that access to a lawyer. And then beyond that, there's this fear of deportation. If you tell someone, will you be deported back?
So there was clearly a power imbalance here. Did she feel like she had to do this in order to protect her child or have any chance at a fair hearing? I mean, what did she say?
Now, you hear that? You listen to the wording, y'all. She felt like she had to do this. She was raped. Right? You know, look how they talking about this. She felt like she had to do this.
What the hell is this?
This is rape. Look how they spin the narrative, how they spin, you know, the sex allegations.
Bring it out.
It is. I even noticed on the last one. You ain't got nobody that represent us to talk about it. They talk about it from the viewpoint of like, yeah, this illegal, this immigrant was taken advantage of. But they making it seem like, oh, you know, these things happen.
Right. I mean, she consented. Why did she consent? Why do you think she had to consent? Maybe she felt like she was going to be deported.
That's great.
Maybe she felt like her kids was like, really? She consented? That's why she didn't consent.
Let it have been an Israelite. Let it have been a white woman.
Right.
They would be calling anti-Semitism. You'd have Jonathan Greenblatt everywhere. It would be bad. Ain't that what they say? Ain't that what they say about, what was that, July 7th? What was it, January 7th? That Hamas came through and was raping, raping Amalekite women?
Right.
Don't they say
That's
that?
what they were saying.
What about this? This been happening since Obama.
Right.
Since before Obama. This been happening since Bush.
Damn. Play on.
Or about this.
Well, when we sat down together, she spoke about fearing that she was going to be forced home with her child, and she had fled severe domestic violence in Honduras. So she was seeking asylum with her 3-year-old son, and the guard, had translated on the phone to her because that was the only way they could communicate through Google Translate. So what she said is that he had translated to her on the phone that she couldn't tell anyone or she would be deported. So given that situation, she said that she felt like she wasn't in a position to say no. She knew what he wanted, and she just went ahead and followed his lead.
What happened to the guard, and why did he decide to sit down with you?
We chose the two cases that we did of ED
She
and
felt
Maria
that she
because
couldn't say no, like if saying no would have changed it or prevented him from raping her. This is crazy. Let's get the book of Deuteronomy, 28 and verse 32.
Let's go.
Hey, let's read that, man, because we have no might in our hands. And this is nationally publicized. And just look at the way that they're addressing the situation as if she had a choice, as if she had the right either to consent or not to consent. Like she wasn't a detainee with no rights.
Come on.
Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 32.
Bring it out.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
You Hispanics, you got to look at this. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We are given into another people. That's what's happening in these detention centers. Read.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
We shall look and fail with longing like we ain't no hope for us.
To this day.
We look in the mirror and it's like, I'm nothing. Ain't nothing I could do to defend myself. There's nobody there to defend me. I'm worthless. That's what we looking like. And that's how we feel, knowing that we're given to these people and there's no might in our hand, right? Sexual atrocities, allegations that are happening to us, and we can't do nothing about it.
To this day.
Everybody's involved from the top down, from the president down. Everybody's involved, from the medical doctor I go see, right, to the guard that's supposed to be watching me, right, to the nurse, right, to all the little whatever you call it, facilities that
The detainees that detain us.
right, that are detached, the different organizations that are detached or attached with ICE. Right.
All the contractors.
All the contractors.
The people they get the food from. The
Right.
people they get the clothes from. The
Everybody
bedding.
is involved.
They in cahoots.
Right. You
They
can't.
Confederate.
Right. Everybody's Confederate. You can't turn to nobody. You're just hopeless. That's like a little girl being dropped off in a room full of predators. Right. Ain't nothing she could do.
Come on.
Read on.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
And there's no might in our hands. We're hopeless. That's why we have to turn back to the Lord. We got to realize who we are. These are the perpetrators of God's people. That's what we got to understand. God's people are being violated. God's people are being sexually assaulted. Right? God's people is being violated in the hands of their enemies. And they're not going to save us. We can't look to them to do nothing for us.
That's why this truth is so beautiful, because with the scripture that pops in my mind is hope deferred. It makes you sick. These sisters, our people ain't getting no therapy when they get out of these situations, whether they go back to their home country or whether they stay in the United States.
Bring it out.
They're raising their daughters and sons without no therapy for what they went through, for that sick mind that they now have from this trauma. And so that's why our people need to understand and know that God look at us special, and that God's desire is to come down and bring vengeance on these people that are doing this to us.
Right.
And that's why the real gospel hits different. What Pastor Pam and them teaching, it don't hit, because it's not the truth. It's not the truth. Yeah.
Even to your point, we ain't had no therapy for the last 500 years. The things that are happening in the Northern Kingdom in these detention centers, those are hold-offs from what happened when Christopher Columbus, Hernan Cortez, Ponce de Leon, Andrew Jackson, George Washington, all the way to Donald Trump. Those are holdovers. This is continual generational trauma that's occurring on our people. Terrorism. It's terrorism. The white man a terrorist.
Right.
You mind if I grab a scripture?
Go ahead.
Habakkuk 1:4. The white man a terrorist. Donald Trump is the biggest terrorist on earth, followed by Benjamin Netanyahu.
We can't confine that just to individuals. The whole race
is a terrorist organization.
Yes, the race of Edom are terrorists.
Edom is ISIS.
Hit the bomb.
Edom is Hamas. Habakkuk 1, start at verse 3.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 1, verse 3.
Bring it out.
Why dost thou shew?
Wait, man, my bad. Start at verse 2.
Verse 2. O Lord, how long shall I cry, and thou wilt not hear?
That's how we feel as a people. How long we gonna continue to pray to God?
Come on.
And we not gonna get no type of nourishment or helping. Go ahead.
Even cry out unto thee of violence.
Of violence. Because like Officer Jair brought out, rape is like murder in the scriptures.
Right.
Rape, that's a violent act. These are violent acts being perpetrated on us. Go ahead.
Even cry out unto thee of violence, and thou wilt not save.
We feel like we ain't gonna be saved because, like officer, like you brought out, we looking for them to save us. We looking for Cesare Borgia to hop down on a white horse and come save us from his brother.
Come on.
Go ahead.
Why dost thou shew me iniquity and cause me to behold grievance?
Because this is a hard thing for us to watch. These are our brothers. These are our sisters. Go ahead.
For spoiling and violence are before me.
Read.
And there are that raise up strife and contention.
Get your hand off the bottom.
Therefore the law is slack.
The law is slack, meaning America, like we said, America sets up systems where even though this type of action is illegal, they can do this without anything happening to the point that they can get on television. This is PBS.
Right, bring it up.
PBS is national television.
Right. The perpetrator can get on
The
television.
white man got up on their face all cleaned, like no nothing. He not afraid that his wife, his kids might see that. He not afraid his boss might see it and he gonna get in trouble. He came through chilling.
Because it's normal.
Yeah, it's normalized.
Normalized.
The law is slack. There should be some type of judgment for that. He the one that needs to be locked up with something around his neck. Read.
Therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth.
Because even Donald Trump should be locked up. Go ahead.
For the wicked doth compass about the righteous.
That's being in them ICE detention centers. Go ahead.
Therefore wrong judgment proceedeth.
Because this is stolen land. How we illegal on stolen land?
That's right.
And you raping us in our own house.
And the dude had the nerve to start out the dang interview talking about it started with friendly relations. And then they was like, no, it started with you translating to the sister, hey, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing or else it's not going to go well for you. That ain't no friendly relationship. It's just a straight up lie.
Ain't no way.
Right. Hey, play on.
They were so rare in that they had convictions. So when it came to ED and Daniel Sharkey's case, I wanted to understand, how did this happen? And from his testimony, he said, everybody knew. Well, how did they know?
You see there, he said everybody knew. Just like everybody knows. Play on.
So we wanted to go to him. And when I spoke to him, I said, look, we are featuring her perspective. We have all these case documents. You're saying that everybody knew about this. We want to give you the opportunity to tell your side of the story. And he felt strongly that he wanted to do that. So when we sat down, he talked about feeling failed by a system. Yeah. He talked about not feeling like he had proper training. When he went to his supervisor and told that supervisor that there was some sort of relationship.
What training do you need to
not? They're all in cahoots.
I first got hired, y'all didn't tell me exactly what rape meant. Right. So therefore, y'all didn't train me properly. So I'm guiltless.
There was nothing in the video when I signed on that said I couldn't do it. So you
got to understand their standpoint, though. Their standpoint is he had a sexual, what is it called? Not just a sexual relationship, but a consensual relationship with the detainee. That's their standpoint.
He was
It's like they don't look at it as rape. So I wasn't taught that I wasn't supposed to have a consensual sexual relationship with detainees. It's not rape.
That's like
what?
That's like when they say Thomas Jefferson had a relationship with one of his
slaves,
who was a 13-year-old slave girl.
Right.
You can't have no relationship. You own her and you're taking advantage of her.
So that's the mindset of these people. We are in the hands of our enemies. It's crazy. Let's go to the next article. Let's drop this, go to the next article. Let's look at the trends. Hey, this is some sickening stuff. I just want everybody to see this. This has to be brought to the light how sickening this is in the mind state of the people. The interviewees, the journalists, all of them got the same mind.
And one of the comments said, the fact that this guy isn't viral says a lot. Nobody knows his name, but we know Diddy and R. Kelly.
Right. Damn, Let's check out this right here. Trends in sexual assault against detainees.
Trends in sexual assault against detainees in U.S. immigration detention centers, 2018 to 2022. Abstract. This study examines sexual assault allegations perpetrated against individuals detained across U.S. immigration and customs enforcement detention facilities from 2018 to 2022.
So from 2018 to 2022. Remember, 2007 all the way to 2018, hey, it was just free reign. All right, go on, read on.
Since 2007, there have been reports of sexual assault within immigration and customs enforcement detention centers across the U.S. Previous reports are limited to analysis of allegations prior to ICE's adoption of the 2017 Prison Rape Elimination Act.
So previous reports are limited to investigations of those allegations. What? Right, prior to ICE adoption of the 2017 Prison Rape Elimination Act. So since 2007, all those allegations wasn't even investigated up until 2017 when they created this Elimination Act. Read on.
Which enforces a zero tolerance policy for sexual assault. Sexual assault can lead to an acute and chronic physical and psychological consequences, including sexually transmitted infections, wound infections, chronic pain syndrome, depression, and suicide. This study explores sexual assault allegations against individuals detained across U.S. ICE detention facilities from 2018 to 2022.
And that's what we're dealing with as a people, our brothers. Read.
We digitally transformed and analyzed ICE facility significant incident reports from September 2018 to April 2022. Since 2018, these reports have been produced annually by a third party to determine compliance with ICE performance-based national detention standards. Facilities are required to submit monthly sexual abuse and assault allegation reports, including the number of allegations by nature of the alleged perpetrator.
So these facilities that all the staff are involved in committing these assaults, they are to report this monthly. Well, that shows that they're not reporting this. But read on.
Facilities are required to We analyzed allegations of sexual assault against detained individuals by other detainees, inmates, and staff, contractors, volunteers, and substantiated allegations.
And what?
Substantiated allegations.
Only investigated allegations. So a lot of them, they don't even investigate.
Because only less than 1% was investigated.
Only less than 1% was investigated out of 33,000. Read on.
ICE facilities may also be used to hold local inmates, defined as an individual charged with a crime.
So they hold criminals there as well. So they got the criminals, they take them from prison houses, right? And put them there, and they say, okay, y'all, they let them rape a few of our people as well. But read on.
Allegations can be reported directly to facility administration or ICE headquarters. Because the degree of overlap is unknown, we included only allegations reported to facility administration.
So they can be reported to two entities here, but they only accepting one due to overlap of information. So they only taking the reports from the facility administration. Read.
All incidents reported must be entered into an electronic system and investigated. A substantiated allegation is defined as an allegation that was investigated and determined to have occurred.
So only one that they deemed fit or noteworthy to investigate. So that's just the ones that they chose to investigate.
What? So if is my company
right,
and my company doing evil, I'm going to make sure I look into it. And if I make sure it's right, then it's good. But if I'm like, that's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not noteworthy to
say it didn't happen.
I say, yeah. I'm going to choose, let's choose this one. Let's choose 1 out of 10,000.
Nah, that don't seem real enough. I don't think it really happened.
And we're just going to investigate it. That's it.
We're not going to do nothing with the investigation. Oh, okay.
Right. Read on.
We analyzed the count, distribution, and substantiation rates of allegations and the trend in allegations per average daily population reported to facility administration by alleged perpetrators, i.e. the monthly mean count of ICE detainees.
Okay, let's stroll down. Let's get the results now.
Of 129 facilities included, 70.3%, reported allegations over a 44-month period.
So that's 90 facilities out of 129 facilities, which is 70.3%. Okay, reported allegations over 44 months, which is 3 years and 8 months, period. All right, read on.
A total of 922 sexual assault allegations were reported to the ICE facility administration.
So only a total of 922 sexual assaults were reported, right? Only since 2018, only 922. Read on.
Alleged perpetrators included facility staff, 272, which is 29.5%.
So 272, right, of the allegations were staff. Read on.
Other detainees, 613, 66.4%, and non-detained inmates, 37, 4.1%.
Other detainees committing assault on other detainees was 613 of those, and then non-detainees, which is those inmates they brought over, 37 allegations from them. So of these allegations, read.
Of these allegations, 118, 12.8% were substantiated.
So out of the 922 sexual assault allegations, only 118 were investigated.
You mind if I say something?
Go ahead.
This data is disingenuous.
Exactly.
272 of those cases are from quote unquote staff, but 613 is from other detainees. The problem with that is if these staff work for you, you're choosing whether or not that actually happened, or if you're turning a blind eye from it.
Right.
The 613, you have the power to control whether or not they're allowed to rape other people.
Right. So then let them do it.
Right, exactly. So if that, like you're saying, if that actually happened, you're still what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, complicit in them raping them sisters.
Right. Right, man. This is crazy. Some crazy data, man. And this is only what they reporting here. Hey, so let's stroll down. What else we got? Keep going. Just go down. Let's see what the discussion says.
This study found that overall trends in reported sexual assault allegations in ICE facilities were stable between 2018 and 2022. Although allegations against facility staff significantly increased, the latter finding could reflect true increases in the incidence of sexual assault by staff or increased reporting. A low percentage were substantiated.
A very low percentage were investigated. Read.
The ICE website provides little clarity on the process of substantiation.
Little clarity on the process of investigation. So they, look, whatever we want to do.
Could be. It could be. Who knows?
Who knows? Read on.
And previous, where we at? ICE website.
Low percentage.
Oh, yes, sir.
Well,
the ICE website provides little clarity on the process of substantiation, and previous investigations have demonstrated ICE's failure to report and investigate allegations. The number of allegations across multiple facilities suggests limited adherence to the Prison Rape Elimination Act universally.
So they don't care about that Elimination Act that they created?
The law is slack.
Right. They don't care. They don't have no fear about that Elimination Act law that they created.
Hey,
what is this to us?
And that shows like their full intention is to commit evil, right? It's to rape these women, right? But they put on paper things like, oh, monthly reports, and oh, we have to create this law to protect and do things justly. They do just enough on paper to basically give the image to the public that they're trying to do it right.
It's just a few bad apples.
Bring it out. Right.
And just have it flip, right? let's just say these are just allegations. If they had these type of allegations with IUIC, you would not hear the end of it. They have a 30 for 30, 60 minutes, a whole thing. French cut us off for just reading the Bible, but they will never close down ICE. They will never stop this. All the allegations that happen, ICE is still gonna go forward.
If this happened with the Israelites, we'd all be in them detention centers.
Right.
Crazy. Like you said, the law is slack.
All right, let's read where it says study.
Study limitations include reliance on data released by ICE. Sexual assault allegations are often underreported.
Read.
Due to lack of knowledge of reporting systems and fear of retaliation, suggesting that these data may underestimate true prevalence.
Because you know what they're doing. Those ones who decide to report, they might go and rape them, rape their kids. Kill them, threaten them, deport them. They like, ain't nothing, who gonna knows?
Yeah,
that's what they used to do to so-called terrorists in Guantanamo Bay.
Right.
Same thing they doing here.
And you got to think about the mindset. Like these people are already in a position where they're like they said, they're already fleeing violent countries, right? They're already begging a country for a better life, in a sense. So why would they turn around and report against that same man that they begging for a better life, that he doing me wrong now?
Hey, it all goes back to the Christian church. Jesus is white.
There you go. They confused, yeah.
Why would I tell on Jesus for raping me? Why would Jesus rape me?
Right.
What am I doing here?
Right.
Let's get that next video, y'all.
That's that astonishment.
Exactly.
Like, why? Right, like you said, why is this happening? This is Jesus. This is the land of the free. Why are they doing this to me? It's like you don't have an answer.
Because spiritually we've been assaulted, and now they assaulting our physical bodies.
All right, let's play that. Democracy Now. Let's go.
Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you
here on Democracy Now.
You cut me off before I could do the subscribe. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. Right there. Yeah, donate to the Booster Club. I can see it right now. All right, go ahead.
All right, play on.
Here on Democracy Now, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. A warning to our viewers and listeners. The story contains descriptions of sexual abuse. We begin today's show with a disturbing new investigation into how immigration officials have failed to properly address complaints of sexual abuse from people held in detention centers. The damning new report by Maria Hinojosa and Ziba Warsi, two immigrant women and journalists, examines how women in immigration and customs enforcement or ICE jails have been sexually abused, often in a medical setting, when they're at their most vulnerable. The report's out today from Futuro Investigates, the investigative unit of the Pulitzer Prize-winning news organization Futuro Media and Latino USA. It comes more than a decade after Maria Hinojosa's report for PBS Frontline about sexual abuse in ICE jails. But allegations of abuse have continued. Maria will join us in a minute, but first this clip from the report when she and Ziba speak with a Venezuelan migrant who is using the pseudonym Viviana for safety, describing her first meeting with a male nurse employed at ICE's Stewart Detention Center in Georgia.
During her first weeks detained at Stewart, Viviana had a urinary tract infection. She was prescribed medication that gave her a severe allergic reaction.
Your face is swollen, your lips are swollen, you were unable to breathe, and you were feeling incredibly scared.
Ay, es que conozco a este enfermero cuando me sucedió eso.
She tells us that in that moment of total vulnerability, that's when she met this male nurse, a short, white man with a beard. And we should warn you, the following descriptions of her visits are explicit. They are hard to listen to, but we also believe that they're necessary to understand what Viviana and other women go through.
Me dice como que si puedo bajarme un poco el pantalón para ver aquí.
So he's using a stethoscope to put it on your lower body. So I'm just to describe what you're showing me is that he takes the stethoscope and he basically puts it right where a woman's ovary might be.
Y me decía, abre la boca. Yo abro la boca más, me hacía y se reía, ajá, y reía.
Viviana told us that while examining her with the stethoscope, the nurse asked her to open her mouth and then to open it wider. He then stepped away and typed a question into Google Translate, and this made her feel even more uncomfortable.
Era algo como si quería saber si tengo novio.
So at this point, he writes a note to you that asks you if you have a boyfriend. Te pregunta si tienes un novio.
Sí.
Had also reported they were abused by the same male nurse at Stewart. Let's go to another clip from the new investigation.
So, once women started to arrive at Stewart, this nurse started seeing female patients, and Viviana said he started abusing them.
This nurse and his abuse, you believe, was not a secret to anybody who had spent any time inside Stewart, whether they were his colleagues or people who were detained. Tú sientes que todo el mundo sabía de este enfermero.
Claro.
After that second incident with the nurse, Viviana returned to her cell and broke down in tears. She told other detainees what happened to her.
Yo llego hasta a la celda y lo empiezo a hablar.
So you feel like you were one of the people who helped the other women start naming what was happening.
Y ahí empieza una de Nicaragua, una de El Salvador, y me dicen, me
so
pasó
once
lo
she
mismo.
says something, all the other detainees, they start to say what happened to them, right? Because I mean, this stuff is just going on at a high rate, and you notice it's always a if it's a nurse, then it's a male nurse. You know, it's always the opposite sex there to abuse them.
A white man.
Right, and a white man.
A predator. You know what's crazy? Because they use this picture. If you put the picture back up on the screen real quick, they use this picture at the bottom that says immensely invisible because the sisters feel invisible, like nobody sees the evil that's happening to us. That reminds me of the scripture in Psalms 83. They consulted against my hidden ones.
Mm-hmm.
We hid in these ICE detention centers, and then they hide the evil that they do to us, that they've consulted to do against us.
And you have something?
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and it's actually more ethical to have a same sex or same gender evaluate you or treat you. That's
Bring it out.
You know what I mean? Like that's actually a lot of like a man treating a woman or vice versa, like in the medical field or in a therapy world. That's not okay in a lot of times. So the fact that that's actually seemed like it's encouraged in these detention centers lets you know what their intention is.
Yeah, exactly.
And even then, like, wouldn't you can't, it's the U.S. government. You can't pay for no translator.
No, this is intentionally done, clearly.
Right.
Play on.
From different countries told her that they suffered similar abuses from the same male nurse. We've reviewed documents that show that at least 5 women came forward and complained against the male nurse. One of them was also another young woman from Venezuela.
An excerpt from the new investigation called Immensely Invisible, which found the pattern of sexual abuse complaints in ICE detention goes beyond the Stewart jail in Georgia. Women were only brought to Stewart in 2020 after ICE had to shut down the Irwin County Detention Center, also in Georgia, when a whistleblower nurse there exposed forced hysterectomies and other invasive gynecological procedures by Dr. Mahendra Amin, who was
forced hysterectomies and all kind of other atrocities.
Invasive.
Hey, what that mean? Break that down.
That means they're invading. They're invaders. They're alien invaders attacking these women.
And the only thing they do is shut down the facility. But there's nobody brought to charges or anything. Hey, get that hysterectomy so everybody can know what that means. Get that definition. Pull that hysterectomy up. I think I got it. I sent it over. Let's read that.
A hysterectomy is a surgical procedure to remove the uterus, womb, It can also involve the removal of other reproductive organs.
Other reproductive organs. So what are they doing here? Trying to prevent you from having children. Sterilizing you. Let's go.
Hey, officer, they're trying to get rid of the evidence because they know if they keep doing this, they're gonna get them pregnant, and then they're gonna have those allegations gonna be what's the word? Proven, substantiated.
There you go. Words.
Yeah, words.
Hey,
I mean, know what I'm saying?
They probably call it consensual.
She wanted to have that baby. Hey,
Right.
but don't they? Correct me if I'm wrong. Don't they perform hysterectomies on black women a lot?
Come on.
They try to make them have C-sections so that they can't have no more kids, and then they do like hysterectomies on them, right?
Right.
Message.
Y'all all right? All right, let's go back to the video.
Contracted by LaSalle Corrections, which runs Irwin for ICE. In 2020, Democracy Now! Spoke to a survivor of gynecological abuse while detained at Irwin. Jeremy Floriana Navarro described how she was scheduled for an unwanted hysterectomy while held at Irwin between 2019 and September 2020 until she was deported to Mexico, she believed, in retaliation for speaking up about the abuse. Again, a warning to our audience. Her account is extremely disturbing.
And from day one that I met Dr. Amin, he said, okay, you need surgery. He did a vaginal ultrasound with the wand, and I didn't even know he was going to do that. To be honest with you, I didn't know that I was going to have to take my pants off or lay on that bed and let him look at me. I didn't know that. Nobody ever told me that I was going to have a vaginal ultrasound. They took me back to see Dr. Amin from March to July at least 25 times.
Right. Why are they having vaginal ultrasounds in a detention center? What's the purpose of that? Like,
to experiment on them.
They experimenting on them, sterilizing them.
And that's their playbook, because that goes back to I forget what year it was. Y'all might know. Like in the 80s, those experiments in Guatemala where they were sterilizing sisters. The white men go all throughout the earth, find out where we are, and they try to experiment on us to stop us from having kids, like Officer Jonah had brought out. This is his MO. This is how he moves.
This is crazy. This is sickening. Hey, play on.
Take me out constantly to go see him. He would always check me. If it wasn't with his fingers, then it would be with the wand. And to be honest with you, it was uncomfortable each and every time. I didn't like anything he ever did. I didn't like his posture. I didn't like the way he stood in front of me or rested his hand on my knee as he did the vaginal search or whatever he was doing. And it was uncomfortable, to be honest with you. He kept telling me every single time I would see him that I was going to have a surgery. But for some reason, I never knew when the surgery was going to be.
For more, we're joined by Maria Hinojosa, the Pulitzer Prize-winning founder of Futuro Media, host of Latino USA, which collaborated on this new investigation called Immensely Invisible about the ongoing pattern of sexual abuse in ICE detention. Maria, welcome back to Democracy Now! This is such a harrowing investigation. Talk about all that you have learned. This is over a decade after you did this big PBS investigation.
Amy, you know, we're journalists. The work that we do is actually to serve. And we believe in our work that when we put sunlight, when we put sun, right, when we uncover something, that because we believe we live in such an advanced democratic country, that we believe things are going to get better. And they don't. In this particular case, on the question of people, men, women, children, in this case, we're reporting about women being sexually abused continuously at government-run immigrant detention centers, consistently gets worse, actually. It doesn't get better. One of the things that we uncovered with this piece with Zeba Warsi from the PBS NewsHour is that one of the things that ICE is trying to do is...
Hey, it gets worse. It doesn't get better. That's the thing. They think it's going to get better, but it gets worse. Get the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 45.
Come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 45.
Let's go.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed.
Until when?
Till thou be destroyed.
Read.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Because we're not hearkening to the voice of the Lord, right? We wanna hearken into this white man's philosophy, right? We want to assimilate, right? We want to blend in. We want to think we're equal to them. We equal with them, right? We don't want to hearken into the voice of the Lord. Therefore, the curses is overtaking us, right? Being in detention centers is a curse.
To this day.
Being raped every day is a curse. Being sterilized is a curse, right? Having no one to turn to because you're in the hands of your enemy is a curse. Being defenseless is a curse. Read.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments.
And this is why we're cursed, because we won't hearken into the voice of the Lord keep his commandments. We want to assimilate with these people. And look what they're doing to us. We're in these ICE detention centers, but yet we still think there's going to be hope. We still think that tomorrow is going to be better than yesterday. We think that these people are going to be convicted for what they're doing, right? We think everybody should agree, right, that what they're doing is inhumane. But we can see that nobody is in agreement with us. They're all in agreement with each other on what they're doing to us. Read.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
These are the signs of the curses of the Israelites, which are you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. These are the signs that the curses will be upon us. And for a wonder, we wonder when these curses were in.
Come on.
And they should be upon our seeds forever.
To this day.
Ain't no getting better. These curses are going to be upon our seeds forever until we return back to the Lord. Hey, let's get that other article. Number of ICE detention staff charged. Let's read that. It's the one I sent. The last one I sent on the group. No, actually, no, don't get that one yet. Let's get the other video. The agent that was arrested. Get that one. It's on the group, y'all. Let's go, y'all. Let's pull that video up.
Make sure y'all donate to the Booster Club right here, because the prophets travel all throughout the world. So these same places where ICE is deporting us back to, the prophets are going there to make sure our people know. The reason why these things happen is because we departed from the laws of God, and now we have to return back.
Well, we might not be able to do the video.
First tonight.
Well, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and play it.
Former Cincinnati ICE deportation officer is charged with sex trafficking. Andrew Golubik's alleged victims were the ones seeking asylum under his supervision.
Wait, what was he charged with? Play it again. What was he charged with?
Alleged victims were the ones seeking asylum under his supervision.
Chief investigative reporter Craig Cheatham was in the courtroom today. In fact, for his initial court hearing, joining us now live.
Y'all paying attention back there? He asked what he's charged with. Rewind it back.
I was trying to make a sarcastic point that this is what we've been talking
Go
about.
to the beginning, yeah. All right, play.
First tonight, a former Cincinnati ICE deportation officer is charged with sex trafficking. Andrew Golubik's alleged victims.
Go on.
Come on. Were the ones seeking asylum under his supervision.
Chief investigative reporter Craig Cheatham was in the courtroom today, in fact, for his initial court hearing. Joining us now live in the control room with more on this case. Craig?
Craig and Tanya, Golubic is temporarily detained in jail. If convicted of the most serious charges, he faces life in prison. According to the indictment, Golubic was with the Blue Ash ICE Office's Alternative to Detention program, which supervises immigrants who live here while seeking asylum. He's accused of sexually assaulting 2 women in that program. He's also charged with tampering with a witness and trying to cover up his alleged crimes by destroying evidence.
As a supervisor, he took advantage of these women in his role, and we cannot have that. Individuals in position of authority using that authority to take advantage of persons who are in the most vulnerable positions in society.
So they said they had to pick a person. They say, let us get somebody. Let us at least charge somebody.
There you go.
Right?
Yep.
He was charged, but I hadn't heard of nothing happening with him.
The only difference between him and the other dude is that what he was working for was an alternative, meaning he wasn't actually underneath the government program. They're basically saying like, man, why are you cutting in on our business? You're not under the protection of our model. You're not under our umbrella.
And something like this make people go right back to sleep.
Right back to sleep.
Oh, they're charging people. So that means they got the bad guy out of there. But now it's good. Now the operation is good now.
Right, it's good. Right, forget all the over 33,000 alleged assaults. We got one. This is a setup.
Anybody who ever been poor could tell you, if you see one roach, there's more roaches.
Exactly. All right, let's get this last article. Let's get the number of ICE detention staff charged.
Which one did you have an actual?
I sent that.
That's just the Google search. So which article? Or you want me to just read? Oh, is there an AI for it? Hit AI mode.
It should be AI.
Hit the AI mode.
AI mode.
Here you go.
All right, let's read a little bit on this.
Number of ICE detention staff charged with sexual assault.
Let's scroll down. Well, just go ahead and read.
According to official records obtained by Futuro Investigates, there were 308 sexual assault and sexual abuse complaints filed by immigrants detained in ICE facilities nationwide between 2015 and 2021. More than half of these allegations were directed against staff. However, the actual number of ICE detention staff charged with sexual assault is difficult to pinpoint from the available information. While the Futuro Investigates data shows a significant number of allegations against staff, it does not detail how many of these resulted in formal charges. Here's what the search results do indicate regarding charges and convictions. In one instance, a former special agent with ICE's Homeland Security investigation was arrested and charged with sexually assaulting 2 women in 2012, according to ICE. He resigned in 2015 and was scheduled for trial in October 2018. Another ICE agent was charged with 7 counts of sexual abuse involving 2 women in December 2024. Prosecutors believe there could be more victims in that case. It's important to note that these figures likely don't represent the total number of ICE staff charged with sexual offenses, as investigations and prosecutions can be complex and may not always be publicly reported and readily available. Additionally, a 2013 Government Accountability Office report found that officials at immigration detention facilities failed to report 40% of sexual abuse allegations to ICE headquarters. This suggests that the number reported in these search results may be an underrepresentation of the actual number of incidents and charges.
Hey, so right here I only see 2 people were charged. So there has been no convictions.
Bring it out.
None convictions. Hey, let's get Sirach. Let's see.
Come on.
Chapter 10 and verse 8.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10 and verse 8.
Let's go.
Because of unrighteous dealings.
Because of unrighteous dealings, read.
Injuries and riches got by deceit. the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
So the kingdom has been given to another people, right? Because of our unrighteousness. Let's get the book of Psalms 105 and 13. Psalms 105 and verse 13. Let's read that.
105 and 13.
Yeah.
Bring it out.
The book of Psalms, chapter 105 and verse 13.
Let's go.
When they went from one nation to another, from one kingdom to another people.
So we went from one kingdom to another people, read.
He suffered no man to do them wrong.
So he suffered no man to do us wrong. Read on.
Yea, he reproved kings for their sakes.
He reproved kings for our sakes. So what are we telling you? Return back to God so you can be under the protection of the Most High. Read.
Saying, touch not mine anointed, and do my prophets no harm.
And do my prophets no harm. Return, repent, right? Because the Lord is not going to allow nothing to happen to his people for a time. Let's go to the book of 1 Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 43. For right now, you Hispanics, you're not under the protection, under the hedge of the Most High.
Bring it out.
Right? We got to come back and keep his commandments. Let's read the book of 1 Maccabees chapter 1. Chapter 3 and verse 43.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 43.
Come on.
They said one to another, let us restore the decayed estate of our people.
So that's what we're out here to do, to restore the decayed estate of our people. Because right now our people are lost for lack of knowledge. We don't know who we are. Right? We're serving other gods. We're serving other idols. But the prophets are back today, right, to restore the decayed state of our people. Get the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4. And we're not going to do it through physical warfare. That's not why we're here. That's not how we're going to do it. Read it.
2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4.
Let's
Read.
go.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
So our weapons are not carnal. They're not fleshly. Read.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds.
Through God, we're going to pull down these strongholds of theirs, these strongholds of our enemies.
That's
right. We're going to pull down that political system that they have. We're going to pull down the ICE detention centers that they have set up all across America. Read.
Casting down imaginations.
All the imaginations, right? White Jesus. God loves everybody. That we're going to be saved through the blood of Jesus.
Worshiping the Pope.
Worshiping the Pope. Right? All these different religions. In one of the videos I seen a sister with a cross on. Like that cross ain't going to help you.
Come on.
Read.
Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God.
Every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God. Read.
And bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ.
Bringing into captivity every thought. What did it say? Every thought what?
To the obedience.
To the obedience of Christ. Bringing into captivity every thought into the laws of Christ.
That's right.
That's what we're here to do. Read.
And having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience.
Having in a readiness to avenge all disobedience. Read.
When your obedience is fulfilled.
When your obedience is fulfilled. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, once your obedience is fulfilled, we will be ready to revenge all disobedience.
That's right.
To Christ. Give me the book of Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 12.
Right, that all disobedience go with the wicked folks doing this to our people and our own people that don't see nothing wrong with it.
Right.
In agreement with it.
Right.
That's what will be revenge at the end.
Ephesians 6 and verse 12.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 12.
Let's go.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
We don't wrestle or fight against flesh and blood. Read.
but against principalities.
Principalities, read.
Against powers.
Powers.
Against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
The rulers of the darkness of this world. I mean, that's total darkness. Sex dungeons called ICE. That's darkness.
Come on.
Our people don't have no hope, nowhere to turn to. Read.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places. Right? Because in order for these ICE detentions to live, it has to come from the top. It has to come from the president down.
Come on.
Read Jeremiah 3:22.
Bring it out.
Let's get that. Jeremiah 3:22.
Bring it out.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 3 and verse 22. Return, ye backsliding children.
It says what?
Return, ye backsliding children.
Return, you backsliding children. All right, you Native Americans, so-called Native Americans, you so-called Hispanics, which are God's chosen people. The Lord says, return, you backsliding children. Read.
And I will heal your backslidings.
Then he will heal your backsliding. Read on.
Behold, we come unto thee, for thou art the Lord our God.
We have to come to the Lord our God. Go to chapter 4 and verse 1 now.
That's
Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 1.
Let's go.
If thou wilt return.
If thou wilt return, O Israel, read.
O Israel, saith the Lord, return unto me. And if thou wilt put away thine abominations out of my sight.
Put away all the abominations out of the Lord's sight. Put away the idols. Put away the white Jesus. Put away the Christmas. Put away all the idols that you may be serving today. If you do that, read.
Then shalt thou not remove.
Then he'll take away the captivity. He'll take away the ICE detention centers. He'll take away the sexual assaults. He'll take away the sterilization and all the things that are happening to us. We must return back to Christ. Pastor Dyer?
That's right.
If you're ready to return back to Christ, we got a school here in Colorado.
Come on.
9034 East Easter Place. Or if you need to find somewhere close to you, IsraelUnite.org. We have classes 3 times a day, 7 days a week for free. Make sure you donate to the Booster Club. Donate to the Booster Club. Donate so we can travel around the world and wake up the 12 tribes of Israel, the lost sheep. All right?
That's right.
Back to you, officer.
All right. We're going to give a shout out to AV back there. They did a good job, AV.
Yeah.
Also, we're going to get a shout out to the bishops, deacons,
That's right.
and the captains, right? All of our leaders that taught us well. All praise to the Most High. I want to get a shout out to the live audience that showed up today.
Yeah.
That's right. Hey, we hope we brought the light. You know, we was able to shine some light on some things that was happening in these ICE detention centers.
That's right.
You know, we want to get this out there because you can see that this is being
covered up,
yeah. Avoided. You know, people don't care about what's going on.
It's like the script that say before the end, we got to fall away first, and that man of sin has to be revealed. That's what we're able to do right now.
That's right. I'm Officer Dunn to my left.
Officer Asadai.
To my right.
Officer Jair.
To his right.
Officer Jonah.
And we have been the
Natives Hour, home of the 10 tribes.
Wake up! Tick-tock, 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 tick-tock. Hickory dickory, I know you sick of me, but you a God's enemy. If you live wickedly, don't be an idiot.